gentlemen in the mix.
Sorry, that was an alert. I didn't know it was gonna sound like that.
Can devs do something?
There's bears out here.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the, in some ways, stock market crash stream. There are certainly a lot of individual assets that have definitively crashed today. Talking trading like S coins down 15-20%. We can look at some of those, and then I mean they're not even like, they have intrinsic value. They provide goods and services to many different people, and they're crashing. So we can look at those. We are in Power Hour, right? We've been in Power Hour.
It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Yeah, so you're looking at the S&P 500 ETF right now. The Spider down 4.61%. In the past 20 minutes, 15 minutes, sellers have broken a key level, $540, a swing low back from September of last year. My Apple alert just went off. I think other ones went off too. I don't even know what they were while the stream was starting. So the next support that really makes sense would probably be 524 here. That was the level. That was like the next thing. Like, okay, I mean, 565, he stayed below that long enough. 540. Oh my God, dude, we're just kind of smashing through it. 538.45 with 20 minutes to go till the daily close, till the closing bell on Wall Street. And I can see Apollo Creed's trainer screaming. I hear him screaming. You heard it a minute ago. But Apollo Creed just doesn't want to stop fighting. And he's probably going to die because of it. Maybe. Spoiler alert. So unless buyers just somehow recapture the level before close, unless buyers are able to just come in tomorrow and recapture the level, 524 would be on deck. But hey, I mean, I guess some good news. Very, I don't know, maybe good news is like the oscillators are beginning to set up to eventually put in some bullish divergence. But yeah, it's real fast, really fast drawdown here. Some technical damage being done for sure. Okay, nothing good happens below the 200-day simple moving average. It was rejected, and then yesterday we closed just right at or below the resistance, a bearish back test, and just there you go. Trump, 15-20 minutes after the market closed yesterday, yeah, announced all those reciprocal tariffs, and the market has really not liked it. It's a lot of uncertainty. You just don't know how this is going to play out. So, okay, that's your S&P. I mean, Bitcoin actually, believe it or not, you can't believe it, holding up. I mean, not great, but dude, this, from what we have seen happen when we get equity markets melt down like this, Bitcoin mostly follows it, if not worse. And it is only down 0.43%. I consider that a massive capital W for now, okay? We'll see if, somehow they catch up, right? That happens sometimes too. It's delayed. Okay, they're going to dump it later. But for now, consider yourself lucky. The Bitcoin's at 82K only, all right? So that's your S&P. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Well, I mean, they sprung it. They back tested it. And then news, right? So gapped down below the key level. Currently trading at the lowest price since September 12th, and it looks like you're going. What happened? Going for your, I guess $40,000 is on deck. You've fallen back into the bearish control zone. You're beginning to show negative momentum again on the histogram. So, yeah, you're thinking 40K is a target here on the Dow Jones. Little did we know that this cute little W shape was going to manifest into this. But that's the thing. You don't act like you know. You just identify. and you can construct trading plans if you want to with those patterns. But my God, the little bearish shark that could. Not even oversold. Soon though, 33 plus on the RSI. Some more downside for the next support. You got about like 1.4 to maybe 2% more downside before you see a really strong support zone. You would think, right? Okay, nice. That's your Dow Jones, only down 3.78%. Okay, when was the last time we were down? Almost 4% on the Dow Jones in a single day. I don't know. Y'all know the last time Dow Jones was down almost 4% in a single day? All these down, moves we had throughout 2024, none of them were this bad. You had consecutive down days that equated until maybe what we're seeing today, but nothing quite this bad with the gap down and the red candle. Okay. That's right, don't get too cute. But man, if you get too cute, godlike, this wasn't cute, this was gorgeous. The bearish butterfly on the NASDAQ. And they could just never break the 1414 at 20K, 20,100, and it was over. And here we are, currently trading lowest price since August 8th. Nasty gap down and approaching, you'd think could be a support level, 16,443. That's on deck. We're very close to it. I mean, a couple hundred points, less than 200 points away. And then after that, you'd be dealing with maybe 16,000, the old 2021 high. But man, many months of gains just wiped out. And from the high now, high to low, wow, NASDAQ down 17.84% in 43 days. That's pretty fast. And, the rally here, we never even saw a 38% retrace, which is testament to the weakness. It was like 37%. It was literally that close to the golden zone. So, okay, maybe we could say it hit the 382. Spider did, and that was it. A little over 38%. It was just done. Wow, okay. So, it's going to take a while, for us to get some good construction here for swing trades maybe, because we're impulse and still. But, yeah, maybe one of these levels, the buyers start coming in, and maybe you start seeing some nice bullish divergence. Maybe. Mic is distorting. What's going on? Audio is perfectly fine for Gudamaya. Hello? Chat. Okay, let me do audio check. I have to say it every stream because this is what happens. I'm in my office too. It's too bright in the living room right now. It's just, I can't even see my screens. It's so bright. Okay, well, we can just do this then for him. We'll just put him in timeout for being stupid. Yeah, music's supposed to be low compared to the voice. Okay, so anyway, let's go to the IWM, Russell 2000 ETF. That's gross. Talking the small caps down 6.36%. We were already at 52-week lows, the past few days. Now you're down, 14-month lows, going on 15-month lows. We're sitting at the lowest price seen since January of last year. And soon, wow, there's a support here that it's kind of, janky. All right, well, I don't know why it's not visible on the weekly here. Maybe the monthly. It's the monthly. So, this reminds me of Ethereum or Solana here. Look what's going on. You got this demand line that goes back to March 2009, the nadir of the global financial crisis. Another test to give it validity, 1 and 2. The anchor points of the trend line, 3, 4. COVID crash was crazy. Then you had nice price action correlation for a while in 2022. It broke it, but immediately recaptured, and now here we are again. We're right back at that level, right back at it, man. Will it hold, though? Looks like a massive godlike double top, possibly, but maybe not. I'm just saying that's where we are on small caps, the worst of the 4. Really bad start to the year. This is the worst start to the year for the index funds, I believe, since the year 2000. Or this is like the worst start of a new presidency since 2001. So yeah, because it was like Bush got elected in 2000, but inaugurated in 2001. And like when he got inaugurated, that's, you know, you were in a bear market that was well established that would continue for another year plus. So 2002, it bottomed out. So that's where we are, man. 20 years, 25 years, 24 years, whatever. Okay, so they're your index funds. Yeah, whatever. Forget the index funds. Let's look at the individual assets. I mean, do you want to? We look at Bitcoin real quick. Okay, get your fix in. It doesn't look like any. Like, okay, I'm glad that it's not collapsing. Absolutely. I just am concerned. You're like one and here. Look at these two highs. I mean, for now, like locally, you got one high. You get a second high. Okay, so we get one high, and then you get a second high. So it's like utter rejection, like confirmation of distribution is legitimately the most recent event. That's what yesterday was. Confirmation of distribution continuing. Rejected the 200 moving average. Remember, nothing good happens below the 200 moving average. Going for possibly lowest daily close since the 13th of March. It's not too bad. I mean, think about the index funds. We're talking lowest price in September and August of last year. IWM Russell 2000, lowest price in 14 months. So Bitcoin faring very well compared to those index funds, so the equities market. But we might just be speaking too soon because you still, I'm telling you, you still have that incomplete butterfly. The bearish wave structure. Oh my God, what is going on? There's the NASDAQ, fresh lows chat, butterfly, still waiting on 73.8. I just like, why could we not see it? Like, why is this an absurd idea? It's not absurd. The trend's your friend. It's a bearish wave structure and a bearish trend. You just confirmed distribution. You rejected the supply line that goes back to all-time highs when Trump got inaugurated January 20th. I mean, this is like X marks the spot, but we'll see, right? You know, crazier things have happened, so whatever. Wow, so let's go to the NASDAQ real quick. Mother God. Look at this, chat. Down 6% now. 16,550. We're in the midst of power hour, deep into power hour. 10 minutes, actually, till the closing bell. And looks like we got a date with 16,443, the old all-time high from March of last year. At one time, it was an all-time high. Oh, maybe it was an all-time high? No, yeah, it was barely an all-time. That's right. The old all-time high from March of last year, soon to be tested. And that is just the centerpiece of conversation. Crypto is going to crypto. It's not good. A decent amount of alts like Bitcoin Cash and Dogecoin look like great short setups. Just momentum, trend, trend trade and price action trade. Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, just like easy, no-brainer shorts with what they're doing to their respective levels. Levels that should be support are now resistance, strong price action, rejecting. So it's okay, probably way lower on them. Okay, but anyway, let's go to the Magnificent 7, not so magnificent, the Malignant 7 today, we'd call that. Okay, someone trademarked that. You heard it here. Malignant 7, Apple. It's off the lows at least. Wow, okay. $202 and change, lowest price seen since August 6th. And you got a date with 198. I mean, 200 psychological. Did we see 200? No, we got 201.25 lows of the day. So, this is your next big level, 196, 198. Swing highs from 2023 and last year. Major test August 5th, the carry trade situation. That was wild. And soon, probably going to test that unfilled gap at least at 223. But man, that really was telling, right? You don't know at the time. You're just like identifying it, and you're like, man, that's like the beautiful bearish deep crab. I mean, the 886 on B, the 1618 on D. I mean, it didn't quite hit it perfectly, but dude, that's like amazing. You only get a type 1 reaction, crashed, and then you rallied and just, oh, look, the market participants just failed 2 different times to retest or even come close to rivaling that high. So that's almost a type 2 in itself, right? And look at the lower low, the lower high, and now definitely a lower low. You are down trending. I mean, you got the evidence of it by the book. So, but this is a wide open area, right? Between 196, 216, 220. I mean, they could pump this thing, it come up, test it, fill a gap, and then roll over again. I mean, that's just where you are. So nothing to really do. Just look at it. It's ugly. Okay, Amazon down 9%. Broke support that it was testing successfully the past few days at 188, the old 2021 highs, mind you, and now testing the other old all-time high from September 2020. So you're trading at the same price you were trading at 4.5 years ago, and you're just testing this level. And if they don't hold it, there's some pretty bad implications. I mean, it's a pretty simple 160 target. So if like the buyers don't come in here to defend this 177 level and they break it for real, your downside potential about 10.5%. You want to deal with that? That's crazy. That's so bad. Below the 200 moving average, you've now broken this multi-year channel that was really well respected, on both sides, up and down. It's just broken now. Like, good God. They were defending it successfully yesterday. This is what happens. Catalyst, tariff stuff, that is black swanish in a way. I mean, everyone knew Liberation Day, but we thought, the tariffs have already been kind of set in stone. We just knew they were going to be active. But then the market closed, and 15 minutes after the market closed yesterday, Trump announces all these new reciprocal tariffs. And I get it, there's going to be debate on what's fair, what's not fair, but the market doesn't care about what's fair, what's not. It's just a lot of uncertainty, and so the market's digesting this really negatively. And so, again, it's kind of black swanish in a way, where, whoa, that was kind of we thought you were kind of done with the tariff stuff. This was the day that it was going into effect. The current ones you'd already announced, not new ones. Oh, my God, after market close, market didn't like it. So, anyway, that's your Amazon. At a support, you do not want to lose 177.70. 0 hour. Thanks for watching. What's up, everyone? Good to see y'all. It's an early stream. We got 5 minutes to the closing bell. I'm just live for this to see some of the price action. Meta down 8.7% at lows of day, and pretty much at now a major resistance zone, support resistance zone, 523, 531. You don't want to lose that. Really bad stuff could happen. So finally, though, they've made it. That's the only level that made much sense. It was cool to see the most recent discernible event was that. It wasn't just that. It was twice. It was confirmation that 632 was resistance. You got to be able to pay attention to those things, right? When you're on these trends and they just keep going, and then you have major markdowns, you got to watch and see what do the market participants do. They're testing a level as resistance 1, sell off, they test it again and start rolling. That's it. They're confirming it. Being able to identify confirmation highs can really protect your portfolio. If you see that, you can just say, I might cash up, at least until they recapture the level. And then maybe, okay, that'd be your insurance. You lose that on a % or 2 of gains in your portfolio just to protect yourself. So, I mean, since then, it's just been a rout. Sellers have been full control. And, they're going to be put to the test here, 523, 530. So better hope it holds. Probably everyone in here should have an alert set up around 521. If you hear that beep, we're in trouble. Something bad is happening. I hope not, though, right? I'm not hoping for anything, these things to happen. They're just happening. So, Rachel, thanks for being here all these years. Glad I've been a positive influence in your life. Here's Nvidia at lows of the day, down 7.62%, $102. Well, we're nearing the pretty much expected target level below 118. Which is 97 to 100 or 100 and 100. Yeah, it's $100. Yeah, the swing low from September. I think 97 is a harder target. If you lose that, we're in a lot of trouble. We're in a lot of trouble below $97 because there's just nothing here but twig and thatch, right? I mean, at least until $76, and that's not very strong. The weekly, in the end, right? There were causes for concern on this thing. There just were before this thing even broke down, right? It started the dark cloud cover right here, January 6th. And yeah, the price action, some bull crap, but it never got invalidated. And then the DeepSeek AI really kicked off the bearish breakdown of this beautiful rising wedge with extreme amounts of bearish divergence, on the RSI, but also the MACD histogram up here. It really was nice. A real nice technical reversal structure. The rising wedge by the textbook, man. It was beautiful. So what would a measured move be? I mean, you're getting closer. Measured move, the structure size from the breakdown. My God, and there's Nvidia's alert. That's pretty convenient. 100% measured move of this rising wedge bearish breakdown, $90. So you still got some more downside on Nvidia before we even hit the measured move, which you got about 11% downside. Negative momentum at its highest level ever. That's no surprise when the price gets this high. Momentum does that. This is kind of concerning. For the first time in 2.5 years, Nvidia has fallen into the bearish control zone on the weekly RSI. That's happening now. That's happening this week as I'm speaking to you. So not really good when your weekly RSI is below 40. My God, man. What are you going to do? All right. It's going to have an alert just below 100 on this one. Okay, we can switch it over to Tesla, which Tesla's down, but because it's had some recoveries the past. There it is. Oh, sorry. We got a Jesus Chime. It's been a while. The daily candle has closed. And it was a really bad day. That was the worst day for most of these big tech, like Apple, Amazon. I think this is the worst days we've seen since 2020, since the COVID crash, since March 2020. It's really bad. Dell's down 18%. But, dude, you're getting a Dell, though, so it's okay, right? Yeah, a lot of things are down double-digit percentage points. Okay. So Tesla down 5.4%. It doesn't look like it hasn't done anything. It's been up and down. Good luck. Day traders market. This is really tough. Like, you just, if you own it when the market closes and you hold on to it overnight, you wake up, well, you gap down 5%. Well, or you're short, and you wake up, oh, well, it gapped up 5%. I mean, it's very tough right here. But the issue is kind of bad because, the price action is negative. It's below the 200 moving average. It's almost like one time. If you go on lesser time scales, I bet this looks kind of ugly. Like, it looks like a double top almost, We'll see. Let's see, 4 hour here. Yeah, man, that looks kind of 1 and 2. And it's all happening at around that major $300 level. So it's like, are they confirming that level as resistance? They can't even test it anymore. Not one time did they really actually test it. It was so close by cents. It almost tested it the 27th of March. But now no longer. So it's like 1 and 2 here. Okay, we got to come down to 200 again for a test. Yeah, not great. But again, I think It was a lot better than a lot of the other ones, right? Because like, look what happened to Google today. Google, lowest price and lowest daily candle close, lowest price since September 11th and lowest candle close since September 10th. And they also broke a $150. They did this today. This isn't my opinion, okay? This happened just moments ago on the close. We're talking less than two minutes ago, whatever. The old all-time high from November 2021, February 2022. You see it here, okay? That's from years ago. They just broke it and confirmed it as resistance with a candle close. That's what they did. Maybe tomorrow they just recapture it and we're all good, but they filled the gap. I think they did that a couple days ago already. Yeah, whatever, March 31st. What's up, Corey B? Vix just said 30. Thanks for the first super chat, last super chat of the stream. Thank you, dude. Microsoft faring pretty well, actually. I mean, only down 2.36%. I think maybe it's just been so domed. It's been beamed so hard that, you're just... Oh, yeah, really?
Anonymous tipped $25. Big Time is doing interesting stuff right now if you want to break from this stock doom. Wowie, be yourself.
Wowie, be yourself? What? Yeah, we're looking at Big Time. You, what happened to my music? What'd you do? That broke my music. Okay, thank you, dude. So, despite it being, we'll look at Big Time, whatever. Despite Microsoft faring better than the rest of the Malignant 7, that was your lowest daily candle close since January 8th, 2024. So, over a year lows now. So that's it. That's the Mag 7, dude. Here is your volatility index. Drunk Maroon, thanks for the 2. Super chat. Much love. He likes a lot. That's a lot of totals, dude. I don't think you're going to like totals. It's the same old bearish wave structure. So people were like, earlier today it was like, the VIX isn't even above 30 or whatever. That was those bros. It's not even above 30 bros. Well, guess what? It may not be above 30, but it was the highest daily candle close we did receive since August 5th. Which means it was the second highest daily candle close we have seen since October 2022, which is when the stock market bottomed out. That 10-month plus bear market from 2022 started reversing. So you've been elevated on volatility since the carry trade craziness, and now we're starting to go again. Yeah. Anyway, up 36, closer to 37% on the day. Very bad, boys. Well, I can just play it now because I got my soundboard.
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
See what happens, Larry? See what happens?
Yeah, so we got a lot of big breakdowns today. Carvana. I love the bearish back test. Beautiful. You got to love this. You're hoping now for a huge flush. Because that's what happens, right? They confirmed the top, right? Okay, nice price action at levels. Okay, but they broke support, and then they reconfirmed its validity as resistance. Not once, but twice. I love that. That's so good. But what is that level? 225. Is that random? No, it's a very real reversal point. And it's right. You see back from history, 2020, 3 times pullbacks. It became support, rallied. When you broke it, you collapsed. And so history, right? Years later, here we are. And big markdown below the 200 moving average again. You're just hoping for a flush. I mean, 10, we'll see. You're at kind of like 180. You break 180, it's easy 158, but then things get bad below that, below 158, you go to 108. So it could be done. The trend could be complete. This run we were on Carvana is very well done. Yeah, that's it. Okay, trend's reversing right now on Carvana. Dude, you're getting Dell. Yeah, you're getting a Dell lowest price, lowest candle close since January last year. So what, 14-month lows on the close, and $70 target now, $70 on deck. I mean, right? What's the $70? I mean, it's not even it's not a very good support resistance. I mean, 70, 67, then maybe like the 50s after that. That's bad, really bad. Nothing to do here. Wow. Dude, you're getting liquidated. Yeah. But then you got stuff like Under Armour. Under Armour, lowest price seen in 15 years. 15! You got to go all the way back to September 2010. Okay, so a little less than 14 and a half, whatever. Brutal. But hey, you're at kind of a support now, a support zone. Yeah, good luck with that. You know, swing high from 2006 to, 2008, swing low 2007. Good luck, dude. Good luck on Under Armour. We'll just plot the zone here because we need to see it now. Below that, you don't want anything to do. Oh my God, I can't even imagine if it breaks 521. It's probably like $3, $2.60. I mean, good God. And it was like they gave us, you know, in the end when they broke support one last time, they gave us a nice bearish back test. And now look at you. Good God, man. Best Buy, forget it. You know, you had a nice inverse head and shoulders and it like played out, and then but they just ran it to a resistance, and then resistance support, that's too much supply, and that was it. And so now you hit the lowest daily candle close since, oh God, I don't even think it's lower than all these other ones. My God, lowest daily candle close since actually, yeah, April 2020. We're talking 5-year lows on Best Buy today, chat, and at supports. You don't want to lose this. Mattel, remember they make toys? Oh my God, look at this red candle. Dude, down 16.56%. Lowest daily candle close since July last year. Completely brutalized. At a support, and kind of a support. Yeah, you break this, you go straight to 15.36. You don't hold that, then you're going to $10. But then, wait, what about, we've been discussing the weakness of entertainment and leisure, right? Like casinos and airline companies and some cruise line companies, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, completely smoked today. Lowest daily candle close since August of last year. I don't even know this old channel that was really well respected for a long time. I mean, you're breaking that. It's nasty. Micron, right? Oh, about time, you know. Like we smelled a rat on this one. Oh, they took it one more time, right? You know. Okay, a little short squeeze. This is what I'm saying. Shorting is tough, even in bear markets, because they'll do the dumb, stupid, violent short squeeze to try to get you to cover, but it will never violate the trend. It'll still be bearish. It'll just be higher than your threshold maybe for your tolerance levels for a short. It comes up to 200 one more time, and then it crashes. And so it was like nasty. Lowest daily candle close on Micron since December 7th, 2023. And now you're at a support zone. Yeah, this is probably maybe where they try to defend it. Maybe we get something favorable here. I wouldn't count on it, but yeah, that's where you are. It looked just all this distribution, man, less than before. 88% retraces every single time on these rallies from the previous highs. Stitch Fix, active trade setup, good. It was up here. It was after this third time. Like it was the 3 drives. Omitting this craziness. We're just saying 1, 2, 3 peaks. We were like right here. As close to 467.49 as possible for an entry on this short because it was a key resistance support. That you see a big run like that on something that doesn't make any money, and it's the 3 drives. It's like it's a structure, so it's like easy to manage risk. And let's see if we're. Let's see if I can pull it up. I mean, target one I think is 281. No, target 2 is actually, let me show you. Show you what I had going. Just the thought process of it. Because, dude, I don't ever act like I even know where these are going. But, like, this was the setup, okay? This is the idea here, okay? Just, you think about assets in ranges, okay? They go on these crazy, nice runs, right? But then they just start doing predictable things. They start creating predictable patterns. And, again, it's nuanced, open-minded thinking where I don't regard that as real. I regard this right here, three proportionate swing highs, and then on the third peak you get the triple bearish. It's beautiful bearish divergence and then they violated the support, right? You're back below it. That was the argument. And then, a stop loss just somewhere marginally above that resistance, right? The swing high, just somewhere slightly above it. Don't have to be perfect. And then it's just like, okay, that's it. That was, and then your targets are like just much lower, like where we are now, right? So it was like, it was perfect, right? Target 1 hit like today. Beautiful. Again, like this could have easily failed, but the whole point of it is if it did fail, your losses are minute, small losses. Big gains, though, if it succeeds. Just so happened this one succeeded. Very nice, okay? So just trying to, education, man. That's what this stream's about. That's what, you join the Patreon Citadel. I'm trying to post these things so you just get a better understanding of like what risk management is, what an edge is. Okay, so get wrecked, Stitch Fix in a very, very positive way, right? Foot Locker, they're about to have to, start selling more than foots, okay? Because foot sales ain't working. Okay, down 15.4%, lowest price seen since August 2010. So, right, like 14.5-year lows on the close. Pretty cool to see a bearish shark pattern in the wild, just type 1 collapse. All right, there are type 1 reactions and there are type 1 collapses. That was this one, okay. Yeah, I mean, Foot Locker exists, apparently, right? You walk in, the employees, they have on referee gear and stuff. If you pay them, they'll rig the game that they're officiating, apparently, something like that. Wow. Just taking a look at the damage assessment, Hewlett Packard. Lowest daily candle close confirmed on HPE since October 2022. Collapse, man. I mean, think about the speed of this crash. In 69 days, down 45%. Nothing to do. I guess you could say you're maybe at a support, but probably the harder support's 1281. You'd wait for that. You'd wait for structures to develop there or something. The waiting game. It's nasty, man. Very, very nasty. Oil stocks, very bad. Just a continuation confirmed, right? Valero, mother of God. It's like hard to trust something when it's in a well-established downtrend, even if they're trying to break levels and maybe put in one higher low. That's not enough to say the trend is reversed. You were still trading below the 200 simple moving average. In fact, they couldn't even test it. Like shooting star right there, green shooting star. What, magnesium laden? That's disgusting, right? I mean, down 14.47%, lowest daily candle close confirmed since July 2023, and anything below $124, $125 is very bad because of this, right? The 2018 high, 8 years ago, was an old all-time high. This was the reason we took this was a great long trade setup due to the bullish price action correlation to this key level from 2018. Where the buyers had recaptured it, then they reconfirmed its validity. That right there, that was the signal for the long. And you can't even believe that the 1618 was the third target and it was over, and we never saw those prices again. You think about from the third target of that trade setup, this asset is down 37% in a year. That's insane, man. Let's see if we still have that. Right, so anything below that level, we're in bad shape, right? This goes back to January of last year. So 14 months ago, this trade setup was posted. I already showed you this zone right here was 2018's all-time high. The spring, the back test of spring. Okay, there we don't know, right? You have the psychology that you do not know if this is going to play out at all. I don't know. All I know is they're defending a level. They've recaptured a level that now they're reconfirming it as support, and it's a very big level. That's all you know at the time. And then look, the 1618, 1, 2, 3. It's target 3, and it's over. I mean, it's like lower than the stop loss from that old trade a year later. Wow, man. Very brutal market. Like, that's all you can say. It's disgusting. Nike down 14.4%. It closed near its lows of the day. What was this, 8-year lows or something stupid? 8-year lows, yeah. Or 7.5-year lows, whatever. Who cares? There's nothing to do really till like $50 on Nike. What do you even say? Like, what can you even say about this besides what a good trend? Beautiful trend. Trend is friend. So moves like this. All right, it was the most recent thing. Well, the lowest highs and then a big old bearish, rejection. Big rejection, that 200-day simple moving average. They tried to test it. It's just like market participants are allergic to Nike's 200-day simple moving average since December 2023, the bottom. No, not the December 22 was the bottom.
Mitch, has Peter Schiff been right all along? LOL, our 401ks are cooked?
Greg P, thanks for the 5, dudes. I don't know. I mean, right? He's right for now, but for a really long time, he was really wrong. And they give it enough time, he might be wrong again, right? Because whatever, Again, those, right? There are people that are like, that's their thing, they've got big fundamental views on the aspects of financial markets, and right, that's what they say. That they have a lot of opinions, a lot of typing, lots of words, and here, like, a foundational principle of what's taught here is we expect nothing, or if we do expect something, it is that something will happen. That's it. You'll get stopped out, or the trade will succeed. That's it. We're just looking for trade setups here, like, because people being like, it's gonna go to 120K by this time. The cycle's not over. We're going higher later. It's like, who cares? Like, that doesn't really serve anybody. I mean, what Peter Schiff says, like, who can benefit from that? I mean, you can benefit from, like, Stitch Fix understanding, right? Like, levels after big runs on crappy assets and in identifying structures. This is practical information that you can learn from, you can get value from. I don't really know what a Peter Schiff tweet talking crap about Bitcoin really does to truly help people, so we just, people got different, that's how they do things, okay? I don't know, I don't really participate in their world much, okay? I'd probably have a lot more followers and subs if I did, but it's just, I don't care, like, whatever, it's fine. It'd be nice, but Netgear, after doing that really crazy bearish back test, I mean, it had been doing it though, so it just went it pulled like a Solana almost, went to another resistance and tested and just collapsed. Lowest daily close since October 31st. But it's over. The party was over on this thing. Well, it was such a good run. Y'all remember Netgear? Freaking Netgear, dude. Kidding me? We have this one. You got lucky. We got lucky on this one because of earnings, and I always say, like, earnings is not what you're looking for. But dude, come on. I mean, it was just like, okay, right? The idea, the argument behind Netgear back August of last year, right? It was, buyers should recapture key level. Then there was positive price action. They had reconfirmed its validity of support. You had favorable price action above the support resistance. That's all it was. Okay, and let me just show you real quick. Like, this level is so real, you can't argue. There's no controversy. That's the beauty of it. And so that was it, right? Okay, they recap. So easy to set up a stop. We don't know if it's going to hold. Right? You could crash, whatever, fall below it, but tight stop if it failed, right? But in the end, goes up, exceeds target 2, right? Whatever. You could have had a third target. Look, it hits the 1272 fib extension, it seems like. So whatever. Okay. So these things play out, and then they're done. And then, like, eventually you give me another 6 months, there's probably going to be some good favorable price action at way lower levels, and structures will develop, and then we'll have opportunity again, and we just got to wait for it, you know? Man. I wish that was it, right? But there's just so many. Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree was down 13.34% today. Look, they test the 200-day moving average for the first effing time since April of last year, a year ago, and then just collapsed. And it's like, well, you're not getting anywhere. You think, oh, they're trying to bottom. This is a very big level. I mean, you do not want to lose $61 to $66. You're in trouble. Technical trepidation below that level. So they're coming for another test. I hope it holds, man. I really do. Nothing was really, I mean, there were a few assets that did, my God, Extreme Networks, I don't even know what this is. Computer peripherals crashed down, you know, lowest daily close since June of last year. Just, wow, round trip, man. Round trip. Marathon, good God, right? I mean, the trend, you can't, right? If you understand trends, you understand, like, you did not reverse the trend. The trend that was well established, began a year ago, is a downtrend, right? And just because you make a slightly higher low than the first low doesn't change anything. You have to make higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You have to have at least 2 higher lows, 2 higher highs, pretty much to, you know, give you the evidence you need for saying trend reversal. But this is bad. I mean, this is like the worst thing ever. Marathon losing 138, 140 is like wide open spaces. I mean, you could be heading on at 114, 104. Shoot, dude, $90. Yeah, there's a lot of downside on these, man. Stuff like this. This is ugly. Halliburton, same situation. It's disgusting. I even looked at it yesterday. I'm like, man, they're trying to hold on to this. You got some divergence. Doesn't matter when black swan type event happens after market close yesterday with the more tariffs. Market hated it, and it didn't matter, right? Just collapsed. Lowest daily close since December 2021. My God, man. It's over 4-year lows here. Oilfield services, equipment. Shake Shack, remember they make burgers in shacks? Or no. They don't make shacks. Burger shacks. They make burgers. Okay. Down 12% today. Really not too bad compared to some of these other ones we've been looking at. You know, only lowest level since mid-March. I mean, this one was great, right? What a run. It's over, right? When they do this, they're done, right? A point gets it, that's done. Forget it. Who cares if it keeps going? It's done, right? From the pattern completion zone of the beautiful M-shape type 2 return, forget it, man. I don't care. Send it to 0 after this. Party ended. Oh, Krispy Kreme all-time lows? Oh, no, dude. Holy crap. Chat, look at the futures right now. At fresh lows, we still have 33 minutes to go until the stock market futures will temporarily close for 60 minutes. But I'm just saying, they're still marking down. Like right now as I'm speaking to you, U.S. futures at new lows. God.
Mitch, what do you think about the Dow or SPY on the yearly chart? If you pretend the 1-year candles were 4-hour candles. Thoughts on a common retrace pattern? Also, Christ is King. Bless up.
Christ is King. Hi in the chat. Thank you, Greg P. Thank you, dude. We can do it. We can look at it, whatever. No one's. Oh, we gotta look at big time. Someone requests. I can't look at that till we look at big time. It'll be ironic, okay? Big time, dude. What a joke. Well, regardless of anything, I mean, crypto did outperform the living crap out of equities today, which is wild. The big time. It's up 14% today, dudes. Yeah, okay. Well, what's the context? I mean, all right. I don't think this is going to last. It looks like comp, right? Comp did the thing and then it was done. I mean, this was up so much. Look, it is off its highs of day by 38%. This would probably be red at close, right? So, dude, someone requested this, like, actually for real. So, I guess you're okay above 5.5 pennies, but probably not. Okay. Let's plot the zone here. Someone spent $25 to look at this. So, the zone, right? Currently, the candle, like, you're trading below the top of the zone here. They tested as resistance on the 28th of March, and they're kind of doing it again. Like, unless you get a candle close above 6.2 cents, you are not breaking anything yet. But yeah, sure, there was bullish divergence. Sure, okay, I'll give you that. But until you're above 6.2 cents, you're not breaking anything. Not really. Yeah, Red Hat David got down 40% or whatever. It might be more. Good God. And that's your big time. Hype chat. That's nasty, dude. It's real nasty what we got going on here. The selling is not stopping anywhere after the closing bell. Wow. That is speaking volumes. NASDAQ 100, the target below 20,800 given enough time was 18,300, 18,420. Swing high, swing low, right? That's it. We're on deck. You're soon to be testing a major support. It looks like you might be doing it in the next 30 minutes if they keep this up. Good God. Just kind of scale in on these, you know. We're just kind of paying attention to these candles now. Wow, it's just... Each one have their own respective levels on deck, right? The S&P futures, 5,200 to 5,300 roughly. Dow Jones, 40K. IWM's just breaking its support. I mean, the Giga very well could be at 1,800. There's just something really bad going on small caps. But remember, over a third of assets that are on the Russell 2000 do not make money. So when you're in an environment like this, the assets that don't make money get hit the absolute hardest, okay? Think about Apple, one of the best money-making machines in the history of human civilization, down 10% today. And you're trying to tell me that assets that don't make any money, literally ever, are going to be okay? They're not. Yeah, going live with Scott Carney on Tuesday. That's right. That's right, man. Yeah, we're gonna do it today, but having fire alarm tests, dude, for hours. Had like literal earplugs in. Yeah. Maybe it was the fire on the market, you know, they were just like, alert, alert, check your portfolio. All residents. Okay, so S&P on the yearly, is that what Greg wanted, what he said? Let's see what he said. Spy on the yearly. Yeah, I never look at the yearly because it doesn't even matter. It's too slow. Here's your 1 year chart, okay? Yeah, working on a dark cloud cover, but we got 8 months to go, so, dude, again, it doesn't even matter. This is every candle here represents 365 days. Okay, so bad start to the year. Worst start of the year since 2022. Yeah, what I'm just concerned about, you have bearish divergence on the yearly, which I don't even know how that's possible, right? Here's a high on price, and this is back 2021. Here's the higher high on price with lower levels of relative strength overbought. I'm not as concerned about the yearly because it's too slow, but I am concerned about the 3-month and the monthly. The monthly, we looked at this on the close. The monthly was a bearish engulfing candle. The monthly has triple bearish divergence. It's not just here, it's on the NASDAQ, the QQQ as well. MACD, not as much. It's like class C. It's like this. It's like, you know, you're double topping on the histogram, same highs, but a higher high on price. So it's class C, but very class A bearish divergence here on the RSI. So good to see, I mean, not good, but like, all right, what do you do if you're identifying bearish Japanese candlestick patterns and they start being bearish? Okay, well, that's kind of good, right? Because it's respecting the TA. So I mean, you're talking about a channel, like a trend line that goes back to March 2009. Looked at this, and they didn't even get close to it really in 2022. But say they like created a new demand line, even fine, then you still have to do this if it's that crazy, right? If the steepening of demand, then you still got to go down to like 494 or like 480. I think a bullish back test to confirm the 2022 peak as support would be good too. That's a good target area. 3-month though, bad. Bearish and golden candle on the quarterly chart with bearish divergence on the MACD histogram and certainly on the relative strength index. I mean, that's just scary, right? I mean, monthly and 3-month, very real overbought divergence. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the smoke alarm detector. This one's not as concerning as like the Dow Jones has a tweezer top reversal. Tweezer top. It's perfect. And it's already starting to play out immediately. Within 3 days of the tweezer top being confirmed, starting to roll over. And of course, bearish divergence in the MACD, on the RSI for sure. I mean, look at it, dude. A high on price, another higher high on price, higher high on price, higher high on price, lower levels of RSI every single time. And they're all overbought. That's like textbook bearish divergence. And it's like, think about this demand line going back to March 2009. I mean, what if they... I don't even know what this market, what people are going to be doing. Like if the tweezer top is respected, if we're reverting to the mean of the trend that was established in 2009, what happens? Okay, so yeah, it's bad. You're gonna see your monthly still the tweezer. There's a tweezer top on the monthly still active. It just took a couple months to play out. So tweezer top on the monthly now with the quarterly and yeah, rolling over. So I'm not surprised about this one. First level of negative momentum we've seen on the monthly since October of 2023. Dow Jones. It's brutal, man. Yeah, your futures here off their lows by like a dollar, right? Like nothing. 24 minutes till futures closes for an hour before reopening, 6 p.m. Eastern. Chipper depression themed stream. No, I wouldn't say depression, man. It's just reality, right? I mean, people, market goes down, doesn't mean depression. It just, you know, like, depends how you were allocated, I guess, throughout all this. Like if you were max allocated to risk on assets after watching all these streams, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, I've been getting called names and being called toxic for like 2 months now. Like legit. I mean, because the sentiment I've been portraying to you, the viewing audience, hasn't been good. So like, I don't know how like it's depression hours when what's been talked about is just getting really bad. You know, it's just... So we've been live now over an hour. If you're enjoying the coverage of this live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Chippewa River. That's in October 24th. That's the old, I think, Black Monday, 1929. So we do that. Try to do that once a year. Yes, pseudogen. Yeah, it's been that way too. I mean, just like, dude, you know, if like you can just all these VODs are real. You can go back to like early February when I'm looking at these index funds. What am I saying? Every stream. Well, it's not really a good idea to be going, you know, fresh longs on assets that are completing W shapes. It's just not a good idea. You're paying all-time high premium. Like, you're just kind of asking to lose money buying an asset that's completing a W shape. Silver. Look what silver did today. Dude, look at this, man. Look what silver did at the 886. We didn't know if it was going to be the 886 or the 113, but they sure as heck picked it, didn't they? There it is, man. It's not a good time to go fresh long on assets that are completing W shapes. This is a really nice shark. Okay, beautiful reaction finally, right? Broke supports. Okay. Still all right, just down over 6%, right? And let's check on gold, which is fine. It barely even budged. I mean, it had some intraday volatility, but it made an all-time high today as well, so whatever. Going for its third highest daily candle close ever with the stock market crashing today. And guess what? It's not done crashing. I'm staring at futures, and we're looking at the futures at their lowest lows of the entire day. We're looking at the S&P futures right now as I'm speaking to you, trading at its lowest price now officially since August 13th, eclipsing that swing low from September 6th. It's happening right now. Well, bear flag, remember? Oh, yeah. How about the NASDAQ 100 trading at its lowest price since September 9th, soon to be testing supports. Dow Jones Industrial Average trading at its lowest price officially right now as I'm speaking to you since September 10th. And then the Russell 2000 futures trading at like 15-month lows. So way worse than the other three. Oh my God, I'm sore as F. Well, thanks for not cursing me out, Justin Kulas. Thanks for, I mean, dude. People were really ornery, like when the whole executive order stuff was going on and we weren't able to really go anywhere and the altcoins were looking so bad. Like they were like setting up for colossal drawdowns. I mean, people were like attacking me verbally because of that. It's just like, whatever. But wait, right? There's no more assets that got completely murdered today, right? How about Starbucks? Perhaps you've heard of it. Down 11.22%. Had its lowest daily candle close since December. Not a big deal. Big Mike, man, oh my God.
Technology. What is that all about?
What, wrong button, sorry.
Big Mike .886 tipped $100. You can tell there are not a lot of traders in here. Instead, a lot of DCers. We were here identifying structures in real time. Account up 115% on Tuesdays. Put some respect on TA tariffs or not. In January, everything was identified.
Well, I mean, even if you're not up, right? I mean, I think it's a huge win. This takes me back to 2022. I think you really do it for 100. Holy crap. Hype in the chat for real. But I think it's like really important if you're a trader or not a trader, an investor, to like utilize technical analysis and just understand like where you are. Like Trump didn't really matter. Like it didn't. I don't think it mattered if Trump, Alien, Kamala, butt guy. Who cares who's president? If you're staring at the U.S. futures and you have a pattern that's been studied and researched for a very long time, has reliability, if it was to play out, this was going to be the implication of it playing out. This was going to be the resolution if it resolved bearishly. And it's happened. It's happening still. So that's, to me, like, I just cash up a little bit, protect yourself. I don't want to be long on something that looks like it's about to reverse and resolve. And then, man, yeah, you think about Jerome Powell hates Trump and all that, you know, behind the scenes, just kind of, yeah, the time to make money was 2024. And then, like, it can't be like this every single year. It can't be. It won't be. So it's like, it's just, I mean, if you're not making money in the drawdowns, it is really important to not lose money. Like, if you didn't lose money today, oh my God, you are a huge winner. Massive W if you were cashed up today and you made nothing. You win. A lot of people lost today. Stupid amounts of money. Why are people blaming Trump? Because there is like an entire organization of people. There are countries. There are elitist leaders. Like, you have to understand, there is a machine behind the hate of Donald Trump. Okay, it's like 75, 80 million Americans that think one way, and then there's the entire effing world that thinks differently than 70 to 80 million Americans. So there's a lot of opposition to Trump. Okay, perhaps you've seen what they've done to the man, what they're doing to Elon Musk now for just trying to cut government fraud and waste. I mean, you just have to think about that. Like, they blame Trump for everything. Are you kidding? So this was a technical thing. This was here before Trump. This all was here. Trump got inaugurated and you stayed up a little bit more. And then it finally resolved. TA was respected. Go into Scott Carney's effing textbook and look up the bearish deep crab. This should be in his next volume book, his next volume 4, volume 5, whatever he's on. This should be it. The excerpt of the deep crab S&P 500 2025. It doesn't. It's like, yeah, like some tariff stuff is definitely accelerating the selling pressure for sure. Trump Maroon, what's up, dude? Yeah, I'm not trying to get political here. Okay, I'm just trying to keep it to the technicals. Okay, because sometimes I can get I know that I have that. Sometimes I have a proclivity to like sometimes go off on rants and stuff. I'm not trying to get there, but this exonerates the politics. Same with the NASDAQ. This is beyond politics. It was all technicals. Every bit of it was, okay? There was like, we had it like this too. We had it like there was a, it was like that. And it was like, they failed to break it again. Go back to the live stream, February 20th and 21st, and hear what I was saying. Like, it's like they're failing to break the supply line. That's not a good sign, man. You might be headed to the bottom of this little flag at least, but this is it's there. Worst time to buy ever. Okay, futures, I mean, Dow Jones is at its lows still. S&P's up a little bit. I mean, how much, really? Good God. It's bad, dude. 13 minutes till futures closes, okay? For an hour. I'm glad you feel that way, Jeffrey. Thank you, dude. So I'm just reading a little bit. We covered a decent amount of charts today already. I mean, our 15-minute stream. Chip liver, yeah. Yeah, we looked at big time Dow Jones. We definitely looked at it. I mean, and it was nothing burger-ish in a way. No altcoins. I mean, we looked at big time, bro. What's your problem? Just kidding. We'll look at some altcoins. Yeah, sorry. Dude, right? Anyone, you would please be empathetic. Why I haven't looked at the altcoins is because there's not much to talk about on. Some are green, some are positive. They didn't really go very far. They didn't go down that much. I mean, Dogecoin's only down 3.7%. Then you're like, Stitch Fix down 14%, Carvana down 18%, Shake Shack, Nike, Under Armour, real companies are like down triple the amount of these scam coins. So it's like, I can only talk about one thing at a time, right? And I kind of try to prioritize what we're talking about, you know, of what happened that day. And today was the day of stonks. Number go down. So yeah, we'll look at them. Okay, like it's hard to get off of stocks because look at the futures; they just keep dumping. But here, you know, Bitcoin coming back to it, right? Yeah, they're trying to hold 82,155. It's like a newly manufactured support. You know, it's all you got, man. You go to the 4 hour, you can kind of see it. I think. Let me show you. Sorry, a lot going on. It's right here. It's like this little swing low. Yeah, nothing. It didn't exist until February 26th. Then all of a sudden, it was support, March 4th. Oh, wow, it was kind of support again, March 18th. Oh, they were trying to hold it again, March 31st. They rallied it off that level. So that's like why it's kind of there, you know. You could even go as far as saying it's a little zone here that's insignificant, right? There's no historical help. There's nothing. It was never a support until recently. So that's what you got. It's like, and that was the discussion, right? If you were going to be long Bitcoin, you don't want to own it below this little zone here, 81.5. 81.5 is it, I think. You know, 82.150, but you've fallen below that, so might be out anyway. I think below this, there's going to be major drawdown. So you better hope it holds here. Just remember, the trend you're in isn't good. Macro's not good. But it hasn't broken completely yet. I think if it does, you're going to see it. It's going to be gross. You're going to be at 78,000. You'll be down. If this level really breaks, I mean, you'll be down like 4% probably in a few hours if it truly breaks. But it hasn't. So, hey, I'm not trying to make calls here. But the most recent piece of data is a confirmation of distribution high, right? This high and this high rival each other locally, okay? But they're both significantly lower than the previous discernible major swing highs we saw March 2nd, March 6th. And those highs are lower than the previous, all these other highs we had seen throughout February, all rivaling each other, right? But they're all lower than this high, lower than this high, lower than these highs, lower than this, the all-time high. So you just got to remember the trend is still bearish. But hey, man, maybe God comes in himself and pumps this thing and we're lucky, whatever. But on all, I consider any day that Bitcoin is only down 0.4% with the S&P 500 down, what is it? What's it down right now? 5%, whatever, close to 5%. That's a huge W for now. I just hope like Asia doesn't wake up, panic, and then start dumping. I don't even know how Asia has any crypto left to sell, to be real. I don't know how. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're out. Justin says God has his own short barrel rifle. He's got many short barreled rifles. Everyone should have a short barrel rifle. Get your tax stamp, which is highly unconstitutional, but you got to do it anyway to be legal. Yeah, get your short barrel rifle. Everyone chat. Get a gun safe. Buy ammo. Become a gun enthusiast. Well, if you're American. If you're not, you can't. But I'm telling you, gun rights, God-given right. God gave us the right to defend ourselves. So, and that's the thing, right? That's what I'm saying. Like 80 million probably Americans believe in that, and then the rest of the world doesn't give a crap, doesn't believe that. So, huge difference in philosophy of governance from billions of people, and there's just 80 million people in the U.S. But yeah, you're probably saying strategic Bitcoin reserve. I love that SBR is SBR. Strategic Bitcoin reserve, short barrel rifle. Interchangeable. Yeah, so y'all, what y'all think? You think this is gonna hold? You think buyers are just gonna be like, you know what? F it. We're gonna confirm a bottom now, and we're gonna run. I mean, what do you think? Are we holding here or no?
Anonymous tipped $25. Crypto just waiting for the weekend.
We'll continue. What do you mean? Waiting for the weekend for what, man? Why is my ticker screwed up at the bottom? What the heck, man? What have they done? Oh, they screwed it up. They changed something weird. Hold on a sec. Let me fix something. I just had to handle. Let's look at the futures for the next couple minutes while I handle something. Sorry. Where is this? Sorry. Yeah, I just gotta. There we go. Okay, so it's gonna be like. Nice. There we go. But it's not very... Dang, man. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Sorry. Then we take it here and we just do... What the heck? What is that thing at the bottom? Okay, hold on. What the world? What source is that? Oh my god. Just have to give me a sec, sorry. Futures still down. Bitcoin's holding up. There we go. Oops. Yeah, this is annoying. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, we're almost done. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Good to go. Wow, it's still just no bids, chat. No bids on the corn. Well, corn's holding, but so we'll look at the other ones though. So let's Maxine. I know it's long overdue.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
And so, Anonymous, what were you saying though? Crypto just waiting for the weekend to do what? To pump? To dump? To what? All right, Ethereum. Bro, people are going to be like, it's double bottom locally? Sure. Divergence probably? Of course. Divergence development of the MACD. I guess they're going to bottom a scam market? What? It doesn't look good on the daily, though. Remember what happened yesterday? Daily, like 17-month lows, bearish and golden candle confirmed. But yeah, today, no selling pressure. I think that people are just running out of supply of scam coins to dump.
I know nothing, but I would guess.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Anonymous, for the 420. You know nothing. All right. Well, I was just asking your opinion, man, what you thought was going to happen. Yep. So up 0.24%. That's a major W with this. You know, what we have here, mega W for any crypto today. XRP, 1.5%. Well, what'd they do? A level where there would probably be some demand. Demand came in, 196. It's holding for now, right? But the context is concerning. Concerning context when it might very well be a pseudo partial rise situation, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Right, you're hitting a base of a megastructure, the bottom base of a megastructure, and then you rally off that level, and then you fail to see the top. I mean, it's actually, if you look at this like a rectangle, it's by the book, Bulkowski, man. Partial rises exist in broadening patterns and rectangles only. This is a big rectangle, and it's very safe to say that the buyers, when they tested the bottom, they rallied it, and then they failed to see the top of the rectangle. And it's very, very true. It's certain, right? You see it, the arrow is pointing to it. They did not test 265 like they did just before. So you could definitely say, as of like now, today, there is a confirmed partial rise, right? Because you develop a potential partial rise when the asset starts rolling over before seeing the top of that structure. Okay, so it's potential, and these during from the 20th to the 25th, you start realizing, okay, oh man, that red candle, okay, they have failed. All right, now it's potential. We can identify it. But if the market participants push the price to test the bottom of the structure again after failing, then it is a confirmed partial rise. So today, you very well have confirmation of the partial rise. And if you have confirmation of a partial rise, there's a 70% chance that this level will eventually break downward. So I hope that's not real. I hope I'm misidentifying and I'm dumb and whatever. But, just because it's up 1.66% doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. But you're just praying for Bitcoin to hold and rally here, so XRP can rally too. But, man, you really are in a kind of precarious situation now, as of now today, 196 being tested. Okay. All right, look at Solana. That, man, it was like gonna do things. It was gonna hold. It was holding, and then I'm telling you, it was fine, and it looked actually like it could have been. The risk could have been managed optimally right here. And then they run it up to 135.81, and then Trump tweet, and then it's over, like in record time. And it's like, no one should own Solana below this level. Below 123, especially 125, 130, anything below that, no, you don't own it. Solana still down. It's down 1.04% today. I mean, it's bad. Like, that's pretty bad when other things are up today. Solana's going for its lowest daily candle close again since February 27th of 2024. So we're talking 52-week lows again. Going for it on the close. We got 3 hours to the daily close, so we got a while. Yeah. But if you don't know, 2 minutes ago. We just had it, man. The S&P, all the U.S. futures have closed for the next 60 minutes. But they just confirmed their lowest 4-hour, lowest daily closes in a really long time, right? August, September, August. Yeah, lowest low of the correction we've been in for 6 weeks. BNB, nothing good about this one, really. It's just kind of like business as usual. Anything below 638 is bearish. I mean, target's $510. You wait for it to rally. They'll rally it again and test 638 again, man, right? And then on the daily, it'll be a double top and be, discernible, right? Whatever. They might do that because that's what they do, right? BNB, CZ, right? It's an exchange. They've made billions and billions of dollars on scamming people, right? With rug pulls and all that on their exchanges for years. So they might have the ability to push this thing to 638 to squeeze people again before we see 510 if we're going to. But yeah, I mean, trends well established is down, lower highs, lower lows consecutively for 2 months now, over 2 months. And you just, below the 200, nothing good happens. So I'm just waiting for $500. It can't happen without Bitcoin going lower. Like, I think you will see 510 if Bitcoin's going to 73.8, 73K to test those really big, important levels down there. But not until, probably. So Litecoin, how's it doing? Well, yeah, Litecoin intraday hit its lowest price since February 3rd. But what are they really doing? Like, bearish engulfing candle confirmed yesterday, breaking a key support. And today, you're positive. It's great and all, but really, what are they doing? They're confirming the level that was broken with a candle close yesterday as resistance today. That's it. That's all they're doing. That's like bad. That's bearish price action correlation to a level. It just effing is. I don't make the rules. That's just how it goes. Look, that level right there from February 2020. Look at the markdown, straight to $66. They're literally regarding it as resistance again. It was support just March 11th. It's resistance now. So unless they start rallying and we get above $84 by close, that's a very bearish situation. Very bearish thing going on. Occurrence, whatever. My chat box break? Whatever. Stream's probably over anyway. So, okay. Bitcoin Cash, it's up today. But I'm telling you, dude, this is a pretty no-brainer short setup. Like, again, we don't act like we know. If I posted a short setup, I'm not acting like I know that Bitcoin Cash is going to $200. But I'll tell you, just like we saw in Litecoin, maybe you could play that too. But $308, $314, the inflection zone that we posted a long trade setup back in September here. It's now resistance again. Bearish engulfing candle yesterday after rejecting the top of that zone. And now today at the highs, just testing the bottom of that inflection zone and then selling off. So you're just sitting here. It's like you're just waiting for Bitcoin to dump so this thing can go to $260, $218, $200. Yeah, it is, right? It is just a trend, an established downtrend, negative price action correlation to a key level. It's easy to manage risk. Stop loss around 318, 319. Like, you would not want to be short on Bitcoin Cash above 318 due to the implications. It could run to 372 from there. But if it stays below 318, 314 long enough, you're going to 260, you're going to $200. So the trend is your friend. And that trend is bearish right now, okay? How did Newsmax do today? Sorry, I mean, crypto. Oh, great, dude. Newsmax. Oh, wow, it was up today. Well, it was down 77% yesterday. Okay, so this is the crazy. Newsmax, they were up 179% on IPO day. The next day they go up 179%. And then they go down 77%. And now today up 18%. This is like crypto on, I don't know, what's beyond steroids. Like, that's what it is. Double-digit percentage point gains or losses every single day of its existence for 4 days now. So it's probably good you missed it, Chip Liver. This is something like you can't, right? You have to have a psychological framework, mindset, and this isn't going to help you, okay? This is going to really mess up your mental psyche, okay? You can't, the human mind can't comprehend 100+% moves, 77% drawdowns, 18% gains. You can't do it, right? So it's good. Like, this is, hey, you want to own it, have fun at the casino, right? The Newsmax casino, the slot machine, fine, roulette table. You think it's going to be hot? Go for it, dude. But it's not a trader thing, okay? It's an 886. Holy crap, dudes. What? Okay, value perceived area. That's all you got. Yeah, 886. They did it, man. Pump this thing. All right, here's Bitcoin. It is up 0.02%. Typically does pretty well, I've noticed. Like, when the stock market, when all the futures are closed for an hour, there's no selling pressure really on these assets. They don't really move at all. A lot of times they kind of rally. So Bitcoin's in a good spot for the next 50 minutes, 45 minutes at least, right? So you got nothing to worry about. No one's coming in to wreck this market in the next hour, probably. So Bitcoin's showing its first level of negative momentum today since March 14th. You better pray 82155 holds, man. But it's just the context makes it hard to get excited because it's like you're confirming distribution. You're confirming lower highs. A big time was up 85%. Is not anymore unless it rallied since I last looked at it earlier today. So ugh. Yeah, but you got stuff like Atoms up 10%. What? How are they doing it, man? Dude, it's like they get so destroyed. Divergence, and they're trying to defend a recapture level. I mean, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of upside. But, like, how do you trust it? What happens? Trump's just going to tweet something and the market's going to crash. I mean, it's tough. But, yeah, stop loss below 408 and just pray to God on Atom. But then what was the other one? Oh, look at Comp, dude. Look what they did. You thought, oh, dude, this one's going to be the hedge against everything, man. I mean, it ran up. What did it run up? It was up a couple of days ago, 100%, and then pulled back 45% in an hour. And now it's like, yeah, I mean, it's at a bottom. Like, it's at the basement, you know. They defended it. History kind of repeated itself, right? Straight up, straight down. So maybe it holds here, and you go back to 70. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, a lot of altcoins are positive today. Yeah, and if Bitcoin stays where it's at, it could very well continue to run a little bit. All right, so. How'd Trump coin do? Bad, man. Well, today, not bad. I mean, daily candle. It's only going to be down 0.5%. Yesterday was nasty. Those are down double-digit percentage points, almost 12%. Still going for the lowest daily candle close since inception. Yeah, we didn't look at total. Let's look at total real quick. I mean, again, right, 2.58 trillion here. They could hold it 1 and 2. They're trying to confirm it. Divergence could develop on the 4-hour. I mean, I'm not ever trying to assume things. Resistance. This is a pretty decent zone here. It is for now, so pray for that to hold. Otherwise, you got a date with 2.2 trillion down here, and then this butterfly pattern can resolve. Well, the butterfly could get a 1272. Virtually already did, right? Almost didn't quite get there. 1272 is like 2.4 trillion. But yeah, until 2.58 trillion breaks, I guess you're okay. You better not own total below this level. That's the line in the sand, I would imagine. So
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
okay, dude.
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
Okay. Hey, y'all got any more of those?
Mimi coin.
Yeah, Mimi coins, chat. Rip Hard Nick, but he is immortalized in this stream. All right, chat. Well, I've done what I can. You know, it's the 3rd of the month, 3rd best day to join Patreon/Citadel. You get trade setups, education, access to premium Discord chat. But above all, you're supporting my team and me. And in over 7 years, again, I've never monetized on YouTube voluntarily. I've never accepted a sponsorship from any entity to promote to you. And I've never pushed affiliate marketing links. I've never created a crypto scam coin to rug pull y'all. I've never shilled anything. And so that's why, I mean, I think that's the number one reason why you would support via the Patreon/Citadel. But again, you're getting value out of it too. Yeah. So 3rd of the month, you can do that. It's cool. You don't have to. Everything's voluntary. Everything. So really appreciate y'all coming out. And thanks, Big Mike, for that 100. Thanks for the contributions today. Likes, love, support. And eventually we'll get you bounce, man. We'll get a bounce. Pray for Bitcoin at 82,155. If that doesn't hold, we're doomed. And be paying attention to the U.S. futures markets this evening. It will be, the U.S. futures market will be opening again in 45 minutes. If the market is melting down hardcore, I might see you sooner rather than later. So just be in the Discord, the free Discord, so you get notified when I go live. YouTube will fail to notify you. You'll miss live streams. So I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.